Ellen McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. And it's funny, I always say you can tell what's going on in my life from the topics during the week. I am exhausted. I can't tell you how every week people are come in, they go, I'm exhausted. I'm really tired. People call up and say, I can't come tonight because I'm exhausted. And I say, that's when you have to come. That's when you need to come the most. We are all exhausted. We live in an exhausted world. I'm retired now, but I had my daughter fly in last Thursday. She just got back now. And you know how you have a routine? You have this routine, but then you have a house guest for a week that you entertain, that you take places and do things with, stay up late, get up early, and we're exhausted. I mean, sometimes I wanted to say to her, I'm 70 years old now, but I really don't feel 70, and I wasn't acting like I was 70 either. But then this morning, I always get up and go to the gym for 2 hours. I get there at 7. I stay till around 9:30. And I said to myself last night, I'm not going to go tomorrow. And then you know how you have the devil and the angel? Yeah. And the devil's saying, oh, honey, you don't need to go. You've been out of your routine all week. Why don't you just take another day? You're so tired. And the angel's over there, oh, Ellen, you really need to go. You know, and then I said, Lord, I'm going to put it in your hands. If you want me to go, I need a supernatural kick in the pants. And I went, and I was glad I did. When we are exhausted, we need to look at our lives. I don't mean an anomaly. I haven't seen my daughter in 2 years. Of course, this week was going to be frenetic where we have to see everybody and do everything and etc. But if you're exhausted on a day-to-day basis, I know, we need to look at our lives. Bob and I remodeled a lot of our house January, February, March, and April. And I'm talking, we hauled out everything. I'm talking painting, rugs, getting everything out of the room. Then you put everything back, you go through it. It's exhausting work. Anyone do any major remodeling? It's exhausting. So we had a major reveal to all the family and friends. And of course they understandably raved and said how awesome it was. But I said, we can't keep this pace up. We sat on the porch last night. We have a front porch, and I got 2 new cushions. That's another story for the front chairs. And I said to him, when's the last time we sat on the front porch? We could not remember. It's been years that we took time to sit on the front porch. Tonight, we're going to talk about being exhausted. We're going to talk about what we need to do to go through life, find a good balance, and the first thing we need to do is manage our energy. Human beings aren't meant to operate continuously at high speeds. You operate like this, you operate like this, you operate like this, and then you crash. We have limits, and if we don't recognize our limits, our body will. Our body will. We keep burning down our energy reserves throughout the day, and it's the equivalent of withdrawing funds from a bank account without ever making a deposit. At some point, you're going to go bankrupt. And, you know, people say, well, I don't sleep during the week, but then I sleep really late on Saturday. That doesn't help. You can't say, I don't sleep, I'm going to sleep a really long time and make up for it. Because your body's getting hurt, and you can't make up for it in one day. We need to maintain our energy better and replenish it with good food and exercise. Just because you're tired doesn't mean you don't exercise. Just because you're tired doesn't mean you don't go to the gym. Sometimes those are when you should do those things. I find too many people are doing too much social media. My niece doesn't watch the blog. The other day, my sister had hernia surgery on Monday. Shannon and I took her lunch on Tuesday, healthy lunch. And my niece was there, and she was like, I go, Hannah, Hannah, hello, we're here. She goes, well, I had to order a couple things. I said, you can order a couple things later. You got company now. Sometimes you just got to tell them. If I'm talking to you and you're texting, I shut up. And then people say, you know, sometimes I just relax by scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then I watch these reels of other people's lives. Live your own life. Maybe they'll be scrolling through your stuff, you know? Also, the Apostle Paul had this fierce work ethic. We need to ask God for energy to do His work. We need to get up in the morning and say, okay, God, what do you want me to do today? Lead me, guide me, show me the way, and give me the energy to do it. If what God wants you to do is go to work and work hard and then take care of your family, then ask God for the energy to do that. But don't forget along the way to ask Him for energy to take care of yourself. That's where we get in trouble, everybody. We don't take care of ourselves. So, St. Paul, he talked about work a lot. And he talked about how each Christian can grow and expand their capacity for labor. God gives me, no matter what, I've had weddings, I've had funerals, I have never called and said, yeah, everyone, I didn't get to your food logs this week. I was too busy. Yeah, guys, I didn't do a topic this week. Too busy. Jean never comes on Thursday and say, oh, Ellen, I didn't make the copies this week. Too busy. We do what we're supposed to do, and God gives us the energy to do it. We ask for the help to do it. My daughter was here all week. I'm here to pray it off, right? Yeah. The topic's done, the work's done, because you make time to do it. You ask God for the strength, and then you say, I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. He's not going to say to me, oh, Ellen, I'm going to give you more strength so that you can scroll and scroll and scroll. Okay? Also, we need to know that it's okay to sit on the front porch. It's okay. There's always work. I could go home right now and work 24 hours straight. I can mop the floors. I can do this. I can clean out a drawer. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta smell the roses. Yeah. All right? Also, we need, and I remember Jesus in The Chosen. I don't know if anyone remembers the episode where he spent the entire day healing people, no matter who came, healing, praying. And he came from where he was healing and praying. He was exhausted. He had a human body. He comes in there. He went right to his tent and lay down. And Bob, I said to Bob, oh my gosh, look how exhausted Jesus is. He was exhausted, and he went right to rest. And that's why he knew sometimes you just got to go off and rest a little bit. Ask him for the proper diet. You're not going to get the energy you need by eating Burger King 3 times a day. You're not. You're going to get the energy you need by eating healthy. I'm going to stop right there, Bob.